We are following other breaking news on what Minnesota Governor Tim Walz calls an ICE-related shooting in Minneapolis. Here's what the city posted. Quote, "We are aware of a shooting involving a federal agent at 34th Street in Portland. We are working to confirm additional information, but what we know is that the presence of federal immigration enforcement agents is causing chaos in our city and making our community less safe." MS Now's Alex Taffet is live at the scene. Also with us, MS Now national security and intelligence analyst Rob D'Amico. Alex, I want you to set the scene, what we know. And I also just want to warn folks that as you walk through some of the folks who have been there protesting, we have heard some colorful language. We've heard a lot of shouting. We want to warn people that we will not be on a delay, but I want you to be able to do your reporting. So tell us the latest that we know.
Well, Chris, it was about 54 minutes ago where we got this confirmation of the shooting involving federal law enforcement right on this block on 34th Street and Portland. Since then, we have seen an escalation of tension between protesters and law enforcement, state law enforcement and federal law enforcement, DHS, Border Patrol, ICE. We saw Greg Bovino here on the scene. That escalation resulted in tear gas being shot at several protesters. I've picked up a canister here, as you can see, muzzle blast CS tear gas, and that is resulting in scenes like the one that you can see right behind me. Marco, if you don't mind, people putting water into their eyes, trying to alleviate the pain, the acidity which they are feeling. We've also been talking to eyewitnesses who say that they heard gunshots themselves. I want you to hear from the eyewitness directly. Take a listen.
So, as I'm driving by, I see a red truck, airbag deflated, with blood all over and a woman on the side of the road, and the ambulance trying to come through.
Now, we also talked to an eyewitness who did not hear the shooting, but did see a car with blood splattered on an airbag. And I want to introduce you to Jamal Osman. He's a city council member, the vice chairman of the city council here in Minneapolis. Jamal, obviously a breaking situation, but what do you know in this moment?
What I know so far was that ICE agency came this morning in our streets and shot somebody on the head. The person was on the car, inside her car, and what I heard was that she was blocking the road, and the ICE agency came out his car and shot her in the head. And sadly, the person is deceased so far, is dead.
And given what we've seen here in Minneapolis, given the immigration enforcement in the last month, given the president's rhetoric towards your Somali community, does what's happening now surprise you at all?
It doesn't surprise me because we don't know where we are right now. This is a home of George Floyd. This is where people continue to protest. And as you can see, hundreds of people are protesting. I spoke to the chief. The chief told me he's trying to get ICE off the street so the crowd can calm down. But obviously it's a crime scene. And what I also know that our officers will not be investigating. This is FBI took over this crime scene. And the individual agency, federal agency person who shot that person was gone before MPD, our police, got here.
Thank you so much, City Council Member Osman. And
Alex,
Chris,
can I interrupt you? Alex, can you ask the councilman to come back for a second? Is it possible for you to grab him for a second? Can I just want to make sure, because this is a very complicated situation. Does he have confirmation from knowing a source that would know about what happened to the person who was shot? Where is his information coming from? I want to make sure that we understand.
City Council Member Osman, you talked about the person who was shot. Where are you getting that information from? Can you let us know where you're hearing this information from? How credible is this information that you're telling us?
I was talking to my colleagues. It's very credible. Someone...
Which colleague? Can you tell us who exactly?
Well, my colleagues. I was talking to Council President and some of my colleagues that the person was in the hospital. We knew that the person was in the hospital. But right now, the person passed away. I saw a text message my colleagues received. Someone...
But is that from Police Chief O'Hara, Mayor Frey?
No, it's within the council members.
Okay.
Yep, within the council members.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Mr. Osman.
And go
Yes,
ahead.
Chris?
If you could ask him just one more question about the way the situation has changed over the last couple of days, and we've seen the tensions increase. Can he talk about the folks on the ground who he's been in touch with and what they're telling him about how it got to this point?
We've obviously seen an escalation of tensions in the last couple of weeks. From your community, from the people on the ground, how did we get to this point? How did we escalate to what we're seeing around us right now?
Because Donald Trump and the federal government decided to send 2,000 agency officers here on the streets to continue to harass. And now we have somebody who's lost their life because of that. This is how we got here. We got here because federal agencies are here and they don't know what they're doing. What are they doing? You know, and this morning they haven't arrested anybody, in my opinion, about so-called undocumented, but they shot somebody, and it's a crime scene right now. The community is remembering what happened 5 years ago on George Floyd, and this is really sad day for Minneapolis. And obviously, this has to stop. This has to stop. We have seen Kristi Noem yesterday filming and continue to create problematic in our city. We're law-abiding citizens. We lived here. We're legal, especially in my community, Somali community, and it's sadly that somebody, non-immigrant person, lost their life today.
Thank you
so much,
City Council Member Osman. As you can see there, Chris, a man who was hit by pepper spray is slowly being walked out of the snow by fellow protesters. The tension is slightly dissipating compared to what we saw 20, 30 minutes ago, where plumes of tear gas were in the sky. But obviously tensions are still quite high here in Minneapolis, Chris.